Welcome to Fitness Friday, everybody. My name is Emily.
And my name is Ayla, and we are your Myzone Master Trainers.
And as always, we are stoked to be here today. We've got a great topic coming your way.
And what we're talking about is recovery today. We're going to talk about recovery during your workout, maybe within intervals. We're also going to talk about recovery at the end of your workout. And we're going to talk about recovery between workouts. And this wonderful topic comes to you courtesy of Good Life Canada.
Woo!
Hello to our Good Life friends. Thank you for your suggestion of this wonderful topic. And I think that that's all that I need to say at this time.
Okay, great. So as we've said before, and as you guys know, recovery is super important for your fitness and for your health. And so as Ayla mentioned, it's important during a workout. If you're doing something like interval training, it's important to recover down at the end of your workout, and of course between workouts. So let me start with during your workout. We've talked in previous broadcasts about the inverse relationship between duration and intensity. So if you're working at a really high intensity for a short duration of time, you're only going to be able to hold it for maybe 30 seconds to 2 minutes because of the energy system that is being primarily utilized. So there's that inverse relationship. You're going to have to recover down and take a little bit of time before you can push back up into the next high intensity interval. If you're working at a lower intensity, you can push for a longer duration of time. Like if you're like Ayla training for, what are you training for right now?
Training for the Long Beach Half Marathon. It's coming up in like 3 weeks.
Yeah, so she's gonna have to run for a pretty long period of time. Ayla's pretty gnarly. She can go to pretty high intensities, but she'll be able to do that for a longer duration of time when working at lower intensities.
Now I'm going to move on and talk about recovery at the end of your workout, at the very end. The importance of recovering at the end of your workout is several-fold, right? We're cueing our body to return back to homeostasis. We're decreasing our heart rate, we're decreasing our respiration rate, we're bringing the temperature of our body down. We're moving blood that was shunted away from visceral organs out into our working skeletal muscles. We're moving that back in toward our visceral organs. And we're moving from activation of our sympathetic nervous system, that's our fight or flight response, that portion of our nervous system, back into our parasympathetic nervous system, our rest and digest component of the nervous system. And this is important because we need to spend time in the parasympathetic side of things so that we can rest, recover, replenish, so that we're ready to go again. That's
Absolutely.
a big deal.
Speaking of fight or flight, we've got flies. We've got some bugs going on around here.
I like it.
Trying to swat them away from Ayla. So finally, recovery between workouts. And we have mentioned before in a previous broadcast about overtraining, you can check it out on YouTube, that overtraining is real, my friends, and we've got to avoid it. So it's really important to have that recovery, those full recovery days, have lighter intensity days, and also have your higher intensity days. So if you're using Myzone, your Myzone calendar will look like it's sprinkled through like the rainbow, like there are multiple colors on different days during your month. So we'll first talk about cardiorespiratory fitness and what are the recovery needs or factors that impact our recovery. So with cardiorespiratory exercise, how much recovery is required will depend on several factors, including the following. Get ready, my friends. Intensity of your exercise, like I just mentioned. The duration of your exercise, as I mentioned before. Your goals, and the type or mode of exercise that you're doing. So let's say that you did sprints on Monday or today for Fitness Friday, like what Ayla is about to do, and maybe the next day you're not going to do sprints again. You might not do them for another couple days, but if you still wanted to exercise, you might do like an active recovery, lighter intensity cycle or swim or hike, something like that. In terms of resistance training, and it's true, Michael, it is hard to slack off, but it's not slacking off. It's really not, right? Because you're taking the time that you need to be able to push back up into those higher intensity days. But I do agree with you, it can be hard to allow yourself to recover.
Yeah. If I could just make a comment on that.
Yeah.
I think a nice way to frame it in your mind is to think about purposeful recovery, because that's what's going to serve your overall goal to a greater extent.
Yeah.
Right? So if you're pushing really hard on certain days during the week, then as you're scheduling that in, and as you're coaching clients to do this, coach them to schedule in purposeful recovery, whether that's active recovery like Emily was talking about, or a full day off, a full passive recovery day. So yeah, you can reframe it that way.
Yeah, thank you, Michael. That was a great comment. And then for muscular fitness, again, several factors will impact how much recovery you need between workouts. They include, of course, your goals, muscles trained or targeted during your workouts, the volume that you're performing, so the number of repetitions as well as the sets that you're performing, the intensity of your workout. With muscular fitness, we're talking about resistance training, so the load or amount of resistance that you are using, as well as how fast you are lifting or moving around that weight. And in general, you want to offer major muscle groups about 48 hours between workouts to recover. Yeah. And so it's really important to also keep in mind some general factors that will impact your recovery for both cardio and resistance training. And those include, of course, your goals. I already said those. But fitness level, your sleep, if you're stressed, your nutrition, and then if you're ill or maybe a little bit under the weather, those will definitely impact how long of a time you need to take off for your purposeful recovery.
So for you trainers out there are a lot of questions to be asking your clients to know how to appropriately coach recovery. There are a lot of factors, a lot of components that you have to take into consideration to know how to properly train your client on a daily basis, a weekly basis, monthly basis. So these are all things that you can use as points of conversation with your clients. What we're going to do this morning in terms of our demo, we're going to offer you some language around coaching your client, and this is stuff that you can use in the context of personal training, one-on-one. You can use this in small group training, maybe 5 to 8 to 10 people, and you can also use it in larger contexts like your group fitness classes. So we'll give you some language on how to bring people down within an interval, how to bring people down in recovery at the end of the workout, and then we'll talk a little bit about between workout recovery as well in terms of some of the language to use.
Absolutely. You ready?
Let's get to it.
Okay.
You're first. We're going to take
first.
turns as trainer and client. I'm going to be the trainer first. Emily's going to be my client. She's going to do a muscular fitness exercise that's muscular endurance.
Yes.
She's going to be doing a push press with a barbell, and it's going to be an interval of 30 seconds in the work phase and 30 seconds in the recovery phase. And she's going to target to hit yellow on the 30 seconds on and hit green during the 30 seconds of recovery. Here we go. Are you ready, Em?
Oh yeah, you tell me when.
I'm going to get you started here in 3, 2, rock and roll, sister. I'm going to stay out of the screen. You take the full glory on this one.
Okay, here we go.
So now I'm cueing Emily to drive through her heels, squeeze and press and extend, maybe a soft bend in her elbows, and she's driving into the yellow. She's got 15 seconds left. You're climbing there, Emily. You're in mid-green right now. Here we go. Last 5, 4, keep it going. 3, 2, recover. 30 seconds to recover.
Okay, what should
So
I do?
she hit yellow. I'd like you just to walk around.
Okay.
So I'm going to have my client take some active recovery. So you can cue your client to walk around, or if they're on a specific piece of cardio, then you could cue them to do a little bit lighter, reduce the work rate or workload and recover. You've got another 10 seconds until we go for round 2.
All right.
So Emily has come down into green, so I'm giving her the green light to go again in 3, 2, let's go, girl. Push. Push it up. Now drive back up. One thing that I would have done if Emily hadn't gotten down into green, I would have given her a speeding ticket. I would have told her that you don't have permission to go back up in the interval until you hit our target recovery zone. You've got 10 seconds left, Emily Sopo, master trainer.
Hoping you were watching that timer,
Do it, girl.
Ayla.
I am. You've got 5 seconds left, my friend. She is in the yellow. Give her some love, my friends. And 3, 2, recover it down. Now I would coach you just to hang out and be mellow, because if I'm at the very end of that interval sequence, I'd have my client recover and I'd say, let's see how long it's going to take you to recover down into our target zone of green. We're 15 seconds into your recovery and you're close.
Cool.
You're real close. So that's a little bit of the language you'd use. I'd coach my client to breathe, take nice, deep, slow breaths, focus on, maybe visualize the number that we're targeting to recover down to.
Yeah, you've done a really nice job of that. Close your eyes and let's see where you end up with your zone. Can you guess which zone you'll be in, which is a really cool test to do too.
So it's a nice way, because your client's getting the objective feedback of seeing where their heart rate is in terms of if they're in yellow or if they're in green. but it's nice if they can subjectively check in with what does that feel like, and eventually they might even be able to predict what zone they're in without even seeing it, which is kind of nice. All right, is it my turn to get my workout
Yes,
on, girl?
Ayla is going to do some shuttle runs, but she's gonna do this. You can see we've got cones set out for her. It's gonna be fun.
Starting back.
Okay, we might have to move the tripod a little bit, Ayla, to follow you, and that's all cool. So Ayla is going to do 30 seconds of work, 30 seconds of recovery. I've got her Myzone app open so we can see in real time what she's doing and how her heart rate is doing. Ayla, are you ready?
I'm ready.
We're going to begin in 3, 2, and go. Woo! There she goes, my friends. Looking good, Ayla. Yoo-hoo! You're 10 seconds into this. Faster than the speed of light, Ayla. You got this. Last 10 seconds. She looks good, right, folks? This is something you can do in your own backyard. Woo! Last 3, 2, and 1. Good. Ayla, you have 30 seconds. I'd like for you to walk around right now. Oh, my friends. Check that out. She is in the yellow zone. Take some nice deep breaths in through the nose, out through your mouth. Good. Where's she? There she is. So I'm asking Ayla to do an active recovery. She's gonna get ready to do her next push in about 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go for it, Ayla. Yee-hoo! Looking good. You're 10 seconds in, 20 to go. Her heart rate is creeping up, folks. Check it out. There she is. So she recovered a little bit in between sets. You've got 10 seconds left. Yeah. Faster than when you started. Woohoo! Last 3, 2, and 1. Walk it out, Ayla. Good. Take some nice deep breaths. Beautiful. And friends, she got up to 86% of her maximal heart rate. Good. Taking some nice deep breaths in, walking around a little bit, and we're gonna slowly see her heart rate recover down. Now, as Ayla mentioned before, she'd probably, if this is the end of the workout, she mentioned she would have me kind of stop moving around a little bit or start just lightly walking, and I'm gonna say the same thing to Ayla. And what we would hope to see is that her heart rate will recover slowly and gradually down into about the low blue, upper gray zone before she's ready to carry on with her day.
Exactly, at the very end of the workout.
Yeah. How you feeling?
I feel great.
Good.
That was fun.
Good.
Brought me back to my athletics days.
Yeah. You're
not
athletic
that
even now.
Well, yeah, but
That's
I mean
today.
like basketball, volleyball,
Oh.
that kind of stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
And there she is, my friends. She
Back
recovered down. Looks good.
Brilliant. Now, to illustrate the end of a workout, Emily and I are both going to do some slam ball slams.
Woohoo!
Get back up into yellow, and then we'll talk a little bit more about how to cue recovery at the very end of the workout. Let's do this, huh?
Okay, ready.
Okay. What do you want? You want 6 or
Sure.
10?
It doesn't matter to me.
Okay. All right. All right, my friends. If you've got a slam ball in the vicinity, join us on, and then we'll recover down as though it was the end of the workout. You ready?
Yep.
Rock
And
and
that's
roll, girl.
30 seconds. I know the connection got lost a little bit. Woo.
Last 15.
Woo.
5. Last one. Done. All right.
Oh, you want to show them?
Yeah. So that got me back up real close to yellow. So now let's see how much we can recover in 1 minute. And this is a game that I really like to play at the very end of a workout, whether it's with a client, in a small group, or in a group setting. If we finish in yellow or red, then I'll have them recover down for a minute and see how far down we can come. If we finish at the end and we're all ready, In green or blue, I'll do the same thing. Let's take a 1 minute recovery and let's see how far down you can come. Look and see what your percentage of max heart rate is, and look and see what your heart rate is in actual beats per minute, and let's see how much it comes down.
Yeah. So Ayla, if you are training someone and they are in the yellow or the red to finish,
Yep.
and you recover them down,
That's 1 minute.
nice.
So I went from 79% to 60% in 1 minute, 19 percentage points. And then my heart rate now is at 117 beats per minute. And I think I was probably up close to like 160, 165 when we were doing the end. So that's what I would have my folks monitor, and then they can see how that changes over time. Emily and I, of course, were talking about how that's going to change depending on the mode of exercise that you're doing, the type of workout that you've done, but at least they get a general idea of how much they're able to recover at the end in that 1 minute.
Yeah.
Sorry, you were asking me a question.
I was, it's all right. So if I'm doing or having someone be in the yellow and the red zone to finish the workout,
Yep.
how is their recovery for that 1 minute going to look different than if they're already in the green and blue?
Yes, brilliant. She's so good. If we're finishing in yellow or red, then I'm going to have them take active recovery for the 1 minute. So they're going to keep moving. They're not going to just stop all exercise. They're going to keep moving and recover down as much as they can in 1 minute. And then if we finish in green or blue and they've already had a phase of maybe a little bit of recovery, then I'll have them do passive recovery where they'll stop, they'll discontinue movement, and we'll see how much they can recover in 1 minute.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Good. I like it. I think that's a good kind of general rule that you can go by for cardio.
Right, because you don't want to take someone from a maximal effort to nothing, because there are all kinds of implications that would be negative from that, right? So we'd have blood pressure things going on, so we would want to at least offer them an active recovery.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right on.
That's what we had for you guys this morning. If you have questions, we want to know, because we want to answer them here. We really are here to serve you each week. So let us know if you have questions. We're talking exercise physiology, heart rate training, Myzone itself, whatever it is, ask, and we will either answer it ourselves or find someone who can.
Yes, we will. And good life. We hope your training goes really well today. Thanks for tuning in, and thank you again for supplying us with this topic. Keep the good stuff coming.
Yeah.
And we're here every Friday for Fitness Friday live, 8 a.m. Pacific time, 11 a.m. on the East Coast, where my good life friends are, and all around the world. So thank you all for tuning in. We love seeing you on Fridays.
Yep. If you want to know more about Myzone, check out Myzone on social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. You can also check out Myzone at myzone.org and learn all about this amazing heart rate monitor that can help you with your fitness levels.
Yahoo! And remember, as always,
To keep moving
keep moving forward.
See you guys next week. Bye.